Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank y'all for joining us here on stage. We do this every day at 2 o'clock. And we got, first I want to start off, I got my co-host with me here today, the NFR contractor up here, Mr. Heith DeMoss. How's it going?
It's going good. Glad to be here.
Good deal. We're glad to have you. We're going to introduce them all real quick up here and get them up here. First of all, if you would give a hand for 5-time NFR, I keep saying NFL, NFR qualifier in the saddle bronc riding, Mr. Heith DeMoss. Hey, here you go. Heith DeMoss, everybody. Hello, Heith. Hello. Next up, we've got 5-time NFR qualifier in the bareback riding, Jessy Davis. Give him a hand, give him a hand. Hi, Jessy. How you doing, buddy? Next up, he's a world champion in the bull riding, Proctor. Oh, how you doing? How you doing? And first-time NFR qualifier in the barrel racing, Jacob. Hi, Taylor. How are you? Good, good. I hate to get you up here with all these guys. How's everybody doing? Oh yeah, I'm used to it. Well, I'm sure y'all been busy and all that. Heith, how's your so far? How's your NFR going this year? You were hurt last year, is that right?
Yeah, I had knee surgery on my ACL, and then I was 6 months down, and then I broke some little bones off my back. So I was down for about 8 months out of last year. So going good.
Yeah, so far better than last year, right?
Those people would be retired.
Oh yeah, we'd be out.
They make them a little tougher now.
Yeah, they do. They do. And but yeah, Jessy, this is your 5th time to the NFR here. You won the round last night, is that right? In the bareback riding?
Yeah.
Hey, there you. Talk about that a little bit last night. What did you draw last night for that round win?
I had Raggedy Ann with Brownie Brothers Rodeo Company, and been on that horse a couple of times, so I kind of knew what I was getting into, but it worked out pretty good. Can't complain one bit.
Yeah, we were hanging out at South Point last night and seen the buckle presentation, and it looks like y'all were having a good time up there, man. I guess that's always a good time to get a buckle on $18,000.
Did anybody get to see the victory lap?
No.
It was a good one.
Let's hear about it. What happened?
Just hat whooping and going crazy.
Whipping them down.
I'm trying to speed that horse up out of there.
Oh,
We're on a time schedule.
Some of them guys can't ride very good. He's not one of them.
Right, yeah, not one of them at all. Shane Proctor, you won round 1 and 2. That's a pretty decent start right there. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I've been real lucky. I had 2 really good draws the first 2 rounds. Bull I didn't know. Well, I knew neither one of my bulls, but worked out really good. Had a new flash of rafter H's on the first one. Drifted out there, run left, back to the right. Real fun one to get on. And then I had Squirrel Grove of New Frontiers, and I was just nobody. That probably least known bull out of the entire group. And his daddy knocked me out here last year in the bull riding, so it was good to get him covered and start this week off the way it should be.
Oh yeah.
Come down in round 3, but last night I got another one down, so it's been good.
Sure, absolutely.
So talk to us about the bow. How did all that come about?
It just kind of came to me when I was out there. I mean, when you're in front of that many people, I've always kind of done the salute, just kind of done my trademark, and then it's Vegas, so I just kind of added the bow to it. It's just a little, you gotta have fun in this sport, and so
that was pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of classy. I mean, if you have a good showing, at the end of the opera, they all bow at the end. So
might as well. Might as well. Taylor, I think this is kind of a funny story where I made notes on everybody and this and that, and I had Taylor Jacob, first-time NFR qualifier, barrel racing, question mark, as far as notes. But now, I know a lot about you now. You have been on a streak now. Talk about your NFR, your first NFR so far.
The first 2 rounds were not so good, but I kind of got it back on track, I think, now. In the 3rd round, I won that round, and I didn't hit any barrels. And last night, I also didn't hit any barrels, and I went ahead and won that round. And I think maybe all my jitters are gone. Not all, but some actually riding.
Sure.
But so far, so good.
Yeah, that's great. Since it is, I always like to talk about some of behind-the-scenes stuff. You know, it's your first NFR. Always start with the grand entry. How was that for you?
It was emotional.
Yeah.
I'm really not that emotional of a person, and it was emotional even for me.
Oh, I imagine that makes you proud of your state right there for sure. And real quick, this year, did you won Fort Worth, right?
Yes, sir.
Did that jump start you? You know, as far as, or you know, did that basically get you here? Talk about that real fast.
I barely got into Fort Worth, and I was actually still in school at that point, and I was looking for a real job.
Right, exactly.
And after I won Fort Worth, I decided my real job was going to be running barrels. So it was a game changer for sure.
Right, sure, I imagine.
She just about broke the arena.
That's right. That's exactly
She's
right.
probably good before she leaves here. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. How does that feel to get your first NFR and almost break the arena record?
It feels great. My horse is really great, and I do. That's one of my goals. It's been one of my goals since even before I got here. So I hope maybe I can accomplish that.
Yeah, that is wonderful. We're going to get back to you about your horse. I want to talk about Bo as well and stuff. But Pete Carr, you're my co-host today. This is kind of cool. We've got a lot of folks that have been really hot here at the NFR. Pete Carr has 27 animals here at the NFR, which is more than any stock contractor has ever had. Pete, that's got to be an honor. Talk about that a little bit.
It's a bunch.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of work too, right?
It is, you know, there's a lot to it. I mean, you know, it takes luck. You know, we try real hard. We try to find animals, you know. The guys have been really good coming to our rodeos, get to see the stock. That's a big part of it. Just getting them out there where the guys see them and keeping them healthy and getting them here. But yeah, pretty tickled about it.
He was telling me that, where was it, in Louisiana, I think, Winsboro.
Yeah.
You did some co-hosting in the arena, is that right, at that deal?
Yeah, I was an announcer.
Did you like that already?
I loved it.
Yeah.
We're going to do it again, too. You did a great job.
Yeah. What, were you on horseback or just kind of hanging
No,
out?
just running around, shoot, running neck ropes and telling people what to do over the microphone.
Oh yeah, that's pretty all right.
It was pretty fun.
That's good. He talk a little bit about, you know, maybe some of the, you know, the livestock of, you know, of Pete's that you've gotten on, whether it's 2 years ago or this year or anything, you know, just some of your experiences with some of Pete's, with some of his horses.
Well, one that stands out in my mind is one he just recently got whenever he swapped over to the classic car.
Right.
Classic.
Yeah.
Anyhow, there's one called Spur Strap that I won in Guyman, Oklahoma, and he is an unbelievable athletic black horse, circles around to the right, and he's tipping over. You think he's going to fall over with you. He's bucking sedate going hard.
Sure.
And I was just telling Pete the other day, I was sitting with him at the charity sale, and he was buying everything that I had an eye for out there. Everyone that I said, I like that one, I like that one, he bought it.
Right.
And I told Pete that like he's not even going to have a B pin for long, he's going to have an A+ and an A pin.
Oh yeah, exactly, exactly.
He's got an eye for the horses, and he's surrounding himself with people who know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And he's dang sure somebody
Sure.
you want to go to Pete's rodeo, because you're going to get on something.
Absolutely, absolutely. Jesse, as far as you know, Pete's bareback horses, you know, what's some that have stood out to you that maybe you've won some rodeos on, or any, you know?
I've had a lot of success with Pete's stuff. I've been on Dirty Jacket and Riverboat Andy a couple times on Riverboat Andy, but I had Dirty Jacket this year in Leamington and won that rodeo. And you can ask for a better horse.
Oh yeah,
Jeez almighty.
What you call a better horse is what I would not want to get on, you know. I mean, you guys, you want one that bucks hard and, you know, gives them all they have, you know, that kind of deal. But well, I wouldn't want no part of that. But Shane, you, which I apologize, we have to keep moving right here. But Shane, you did pretty decent this year in the PBR, right?
Yeah, I had a good year in the PBR. Finished 9th overall. Finished 10th at the PBR World Finals. Had to sit out at the end of the year, about after time of Pendleton was. I sat out for 6 weeks and let my shoulder heal up some more because I was getting to where it was coming out about every ride.
Yeah.
So I did the business decision and let it heal, and it healed up for the finals, and it ended up well enough. I led the PBR for 2 months at the beginning of the year, and so it was a good year.
So you made the finals out here in Vegas, right, for the PBR. When was it? What was that, in October?
That was the end of October. It was about 5 weeks ago. So.
Yeah, so you came out here, went home, and then come back here for the NFR.
Exactly. It's not much time. It doesn't even feel like we left. I mean, we were out here for for a week for that, and then right back here enjoying this NFR.
All right, sure, you'll have to get your mail forwarded out here or something, boy, as much as you've been out here.
Everybody thinks of Shane, the world champion bull rider. But Shane is a very good bronc rider. He enters the bronc riding my rodeos and the bull riding, so he's a multi-event guy, so which is incredibly tough to be successful at one event. Two events, so that just says what kind of athlete he is.
Yeah, one of his rodeos in Pecos, I got to check in the bronc ride. It was a really good rodeo they put on.
You know, there's a lot more that go on, you know, guys that, you know, in the rough stock events that, you know, maybe they rope, or, you know, I don't ever see any timed event guys in the rough stock events, but, you know, throughout the year, I think Heith DeMoss, you know, was here last year, and we were talking about maybe Jay Forkill, you know, couldn't make it somewhere, and he was heading or healing for somebody, you know, so, I mean, I think that's a pretty cool deal. Taylor, talk about your horse Bo. Everybody, I mean, stirring around in here, and, you know, everybody's seen you were going to be on the show today, and tell us about Bo.
Bo is a 8-year-old. His registered name is Honor Thy Frenchman. He's a Frenchman's Guy grandson. He's out of a Frenchman's Feature and a Jet of Honor mare. And when this February I'll have him 2 years, so I haven't had him long at all. And when I bought him, he'd never been to a rodeo. So I kind of bought him thinking, I'll see how this works out. And I took him to all the amateur rodeos around home. I would go and rope breakaway, and I'd run barrels. And he got to where he was doing pretty decent at those, and so then I kind of went from there and decided to start entering the pro rodeos. But even at the pro rodeos, I would still enter just the slacks because I didn't know how he would take the loud perfs or the buildings or anything like that. But he's really been doing pretty good.
Yeah, I think he's going to be all right.
I don't know a whole lot about that horses. You know, you might, but that horse is fast.
Yeah, that horse is fast.
I can't believe how fast that horse was last night. Talk about the ground and how important it is when you run and how they alternate the draws and all that stuff.
With us, it starts, I started 7th, 5th, 3rd. Last night I was first out, and now I'll go to the end. I'll be like 13th, I think. The ground, I think, I'm a rookie, so I don't know everything about how it's been in the past, but I think it's pretty dang good. I mean, obviously, my horse likes it, so it's fine with me. But it's awesome back there. Just
it makes a difference where you're at, but it doesn't seem to make a difference for you. Your horse doesn't run.
Well, I haven't been at the end yet, so I don't know. But I mean, Sherry won it one night at the very end. So I think yes, it makes a difference. Do I think it? I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say.
You have a backup horse here?
I do. It's not even mine, and I just got it when I got here. The lady, I borrowed it from Kim Schultz. She ended up 16th this year, and I called her and said, hey, I need one, but I don't want to ride it. And she said, I understand, and so she just sent hers out here, and I got on him when we got to get in the arena and stuff, and he's good, but I hope I don't have to ride him.
Excellent. Pete, I'm going to come right back to you. I want to remind everybody we're streaming live on nrsworld.com, so thanks for hanging out with us. Pete Carr, I thought about this last night. It's probably a dumb question, but as far as your bucking horses, do you have to keep their feet trimmed, or do they work that off themselves? You know, I mean, these are.
It's pretty sandy where we are, so we do have to trim a lot of feet. Like up in, say, the Corcos up in South Dakota. You know, they run their horses on a lot of rocks. Hard ground, and they keep them all trimmed up. So yeah, we do have to pay attention to them.
So. Are they halter broke, you know, like a team roping horse? You tie them to the fence? Or
some are. Yeah. Some you can pet, some, you know, some we got to tie them in pretty good. Yeah, they do a great job at the ranch taking care of that.
That's cool. Yeah, there's stuff like that, you know, that I didn't know about. But Heith, talk about, you know, as far as the horses and how particular horses, you know, you guys vote on horses, you know, to come to the NFR, just like it's the top 15 in each event. It's the top livestock that you've got on all year. But talk about, you know, how that works, you know, the animals getting out here and you know, particular ones.
Well, there's always going to be, you know, the ones that are, you know, they're a shoe-in. But then we have a conference call at the end of the year whenever the top 15 will all get together and have a big conference call. And we'll say what we like. We'll go through each stock contractor and say, well, this is the list that he gave us that can come. What do y'all like out of here? and then we'll get 200 horses, and then we got to get down to 100 at the end. So it's just it's a long, drawn out. A lot of people complaining about this one. Just go this.
It starts with a list of 500 horses. You have over 90 stock contractors that turn the list in. They only need 100 animals.
Right.
So I mean, it's a grueling process that they go through. You know, they critique and go down the line, talk to every single contestant that's going to be here. What kind of experience he had. It's you know, it's a very thorough vetting process.
Right, sure.
Yeah, it's drawn out for a good 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's a long process.
I imagine. Jesse, another thing I thought about last night, the bareback riders, they don't get to ride in the grand entry. Is that right? Somebody said the other day that, you know, most rodeos, you know, this is the only grand entry, you know, that you want to ride in. But you guys, just as far as behind the scenes stuff, y'all don't get to ride in the grand entry. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. We'll never be able to.
Yeah.
That's like switch events.
Yeah, exactly. Talk a little bit then, you know, leading up to that night's performance. What's your schedule? You know, what time you get out there? You know, y'all right off the bat. You know, as soon as national anthem, prayer, grand entry, and then they're opening shoots. You know, so you got to be ready. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. When they crack that. You know, everybody hustles out of there. Yeah. We're pulling down and getting ready and getting our gloves on and whatnot, and then they crack that gate, and it just seems like everything comes together.
Oh man, I tell you what, I'm fired up. You know, at the bareback riding. You know, I mean, it's you know, just right from the bat like that, and it's really that does it for me, man. It's pretty cool.
What was that ton of horses that was out last night?
They were the souped up hoppers is what they were called.
Why don't you explain to the people out there about the different pins and how you guys put the different horses and all that?
Well, in the bareback run, it might be different in the other events, but the bareback run we have an E pin and a TV pin, which the TV pin's out tonight. And the E pin was out 2 days ago, and that's one that's the pin bareback riders kind of dread, but we got to get through it.
It's pretty quiet in that locker room. You don't even want to
Cut it with a knife.
Yeah, and then you're back there taking shots before.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, something. I hear you.
So essentially, you have 5 pins, 1 through 5. 5 being the TV pin. The reason why the TV pin, what I've always known, they call that the TV pin because when it was taped in Oklahoma City years ago, the only performance they showed was the 10th round. So they go 1 through 5 and they do it all.
Yeah.
The 5 and the 10 round is your TV round. So
the biggest and the baddest.
It's supposed to be the best.
Yeah. Shane, when do you, and you may have already, when do you find out what bull you have before a round, say for tonight? Do you know what you draw yet?
I'll find out when I walk in the locker room. I think bull riding is a simple sport if you let it be. And I think bull riders let it get to their head way too much and plan way too much for it. So when I walk in the locker room, I may look at it, I might wait until the bareback round's going on. It doesn't bother me any which way. So
does everybody that know you know not to come up and say, hey, what about so-and-so?
Yeah, it's pretty well known by now. I mean, I told Fred when he mass texts the draw to everybody every night, and I said, hey, just take me off that list. I said, I don't want to know. I'm just going to...
So you're never going to turn out of my rodeos because you're not going to know what you got for you.
I come get on to everything. I mean, it's very... Unless I'm hurt or unless I can't get to it, I usually go to everything.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of success here. I mean, you're probably winning the average, aren't you?
I think
Do you even keep up with it? No. Okay. He's probably winning the average.
Yeah. Don't tell him. Don't text him that though.
Yeah, I'm not going to text him.
I've been real successful so far. All the bulls here are really good. There's 4 or 5 really ranked bulls, and everything is. I mean, it's a super pin that they brought this year.
Right.
It's been a lot of fun getting on these bulls, but in the same sense, there's not a bull I'm scared of, or one I would care to turn out.
Yeah.
I mean, these bulls you want to get on every day.
Sure. Taylor, talk to us some more behind the scenes stuff. You know, rodeos going on, all of that. You know, y'all come through the grand entry. What's going on back there? You know, warm up pin. You know, what are y'all doing? You know, before the barrel race.
Unlike most barrel racers, I warm up for a really long time. So as soon as the grand entry is over, I meet somebody with my horse, and I get on my barrel horse right away, and I start loping and trotting. And I mean, it's 20 degrees out there, and I like to have him sweating.
Right, sure.
I don't know. I think it's a little bit for me and a little bit for him.
Right.
But that's something that I do that a lot of the girls don't. But we all get back there, we're all freezing our butts off. Oh my gosh, it is cold, cold. And we're all just out there trying to stay warm and keep our horses warm, and all, I mean, all pulling for each other, really. I mean, it's a great group of girls, I think. I mean, we all get along. It's pretty good.
Who feeds your horses in the morning?
That's something I didn't realize that was going to go on. I have my mom doing it, right? And so my mom hasn't been able to shop or go anywhere because she's taking care of him.
She's probably okay with that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good thing because I know he's getting exactly what he needs and what he's gotten all year. I'm kind of.
That's a big part of it. Trying to keep your horse consistent and sound. They get sore. I mean, it's just a full-time deal to keep them ready to go.
Oh, it's extremely important. She goes out there and feeds every morning, and then I have a lady come and do body work on him about noon. And my vet's here also, and he comes out there and looks at him every morning, and then looks at him every night after I run. And then, I mean, it's a full-time job.
Oh, I bet. Pete, before we forget here, we've got a video of some of your livestock. We'll hit play right there, and anybody chime in anytime. Pete, maybe walk us through what we've got. If y'all can see, this is a.
Looks like Casey Fields on Black Coffin. That's a horse that won the first round on Wise Guy that we retired this year. That horse has been here 17 years to the national finals and won over 8 go-rounds on the horse. So anybody that doesn't think we take care of animals.
Yeah.
That horse is 23 years old and still doing it.
Wow.
Lori Darling.
Here.
Is that Gold Coast? Dang good animals right there.
Yeah.
Always good ones to draw.
And you know they're good when Heath can sit here and tell you their names, you know, just by, I mean, legendary.
That's LJ Jenkins on one of them.
Yeah.
Be 635.
Diamond Joe. I think that bull come from.
Yeah, I raised that bull right there, matter of fact.
Really? I didn't know that.
It's Diamond Joe's. That bull, I think, went 4 times here. 3 or 4 times.
Wow. That's amazing right there.
That's a really good pin right there.
Man, that's unbelievable.
That was awesome.
I mean, you're making history, and you know, as far as stock here at the NFR, that's amazing. That is amazing. Heath, do you know what you've drawn? We talked to Shane. He don't like to know, so.
Well, I got to get a game plan.
Right.
Like, he can't get it out of his mind, but my attention spans not that long, so it doesn't matter to me as long as I know ahead how low or how high his head is. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But I got one called Medicine Woman. I think it was last year's world champ. Was it last year's world champ? It's a big bay horse with Frontiers, and she's the real Cotton deal, and I'm all.
So what pin is out tonight for you guys?
This would be the TV pin. The TV pin is what they call it, is the best of the best. Like we were saying a while ago, back in the day, is the only one they put on TV because it was the best.
Yeah.
That's why the TV pin is. They are the best.
I mean, if as far as saddle bronc, bulls, bareback, is the TV pin? Does that go for all of them? Tonight, or is it TV pin in all the rough stock events?
I think they all have 5 pins.
Okay.
They have a hopper, souped up hopper, a semi-eliminator, and TV pin. So that's how they count. Every horse is different. It's different.
Right.
So they try to group all animals together in one pen that are even to give everybody the best chance.
I got you. So all of them tonight, and each one of them is going to be.
This is the best. This is going to be cool tonight. I think in the Bronc right now, I honestly think this might be the best set of horses ever assembled. Like there's only just maybe 1 or 2 that I would say shouldn't be in there, but I mean it is.
If somebody was going to the rodeo tonight's
just like going to the 10th round.
Yeah, but that's night you want to be there. So if you don't have a ticket, I'd probably just scramble on there.
Yeah. I can use a ticket. Jessy, how about you? What'd you draw tonight?
Had Hard Times of Southwicks. I've seen this horse once. Pretty dang good horse, but it's going to be tough.
It's a nice little paint horse. I tried to buy that horse from him. He wouldn't sell it. At Omaha one year. Brian Bay won around him. So he jumps out there. He don't go nowhere. He's no flash. He's got a lot of moves and
The crowd likes that, man. They come out and start jumping straight up in the air, and not traveling, and
nuts.
oh man, I'm coming out of my seat.
Unbelievable how loud it gets.
Oh, I like it. I like it. I can't imagine. I'll never make the NFR. I don't really do much, but.
Registered calf rope.
Well, I didn't. I won't make the NFR in that either. But what is that like? You know, I mean, all of y'all. You know, the crowd's going crazy. You probably don't. I mean, you probably don't hear it. You know, but when you hit you don't hit the ground. But when y'all land on the ground, you know, talk about that. You know, I mean. Most people don't ever have a crowd cheering for them like that, but how does that feel?
It is the most extreme high rush you could ever imagine, and I can't contain it. Like,
right.
There's a lot of people. I got some hate mail this year from I'm throwing a fit like an Amarillo and whatnot. I was like 88 or something like that, and I knew it was going to be good, and I was celebrating. There was a bird.
Oh man, that's awesome.
There's an attention span. Like I get, you know, a lot of people, you know, think that I'm being cocky or whatnot, but it's just, I just can't hang on to it.
Excited. Just kind of take sure. If you don't get excited doing this thing, you probably ought not do it and not want to do something different.
That's right.
I've got dances, you know, if I was to score a touchdown or score 90 on the Bareback horse, I've already got it planned out, you know. I mean, it's...
Maybe they can get some of your dances.
Yeah.
I might have to show me some.
I will. You're on for sure. Taylor, what about you when you get back there? You know, you went around.
She dances.
What's your victory dance? Yeah, I mean, you gotta have something.
We never get to see it.
Yeah, we don't get to see it.
I wish y'all could, because I'm the most excited little girl y'all have ever seen. Oh my gosh, I'm back there just. People probably think I'm crazy because I'm back there by myself. You know, nobody's around, just having a little happy dance by myself. But what's funny is they keep trying to get me on the gosh dang victory lap horse before everybody goes. And I'm like, I'm not getting on that horse. I don't want to get off and then get on.
That horse is crazy too, about that.
Yeah.
Hey, last night I was worried I was going to pass up the flag girl. I was having to pull him back a little.
You need to get on Jessy's horse.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I hate to do it. They're cutting us off. I could do this all day long. And I wanted to let y'all know how much it means to us that y'all come and hang out. We know you are busy. We know you got a lot going. But all of y'all, thank y'all very much. And ladies and gentlemen, if you'd give a hand for Taylor Jacob, Shane Proctor, Jessy Davis, Heith DeMoss, and my friend here, Pete Carr. They're going to be signing autographs over there at the Cinch booth. Pete, the Jumpin' John Show sponsors you, so you can sign autographs right here. How about that? That'll work.